In this video, we're going to explore the relationship between our breath and our heart rate. Now, before we go into the explanations, let's just immediately feel it and experience it. So sit back and if you're comfortable, you can close your eyes, but you don't have to. You can also just keep them open. And I'd like you to just use your hand to find your pulse. Now, you can do that in your neck or on your wrists. See what feels most prominent for you. For me, it's definitely in the neck. So I'm going to keep my fingers here. For now, just feel your heartbeat. See if you can really move your full awareness to just sensing the pulse of your heart. I'd like you to pay attention to what you notice there. Is your heart beat very steadily? Or is there a variation? This might be very subtle, but technically our heart will slightly speed up on the inhale, slightly slow down on the exhale. You notice that. Don't change anything about your breathing just yet. We're going to do that in a moment. For now, just really notice if you can feel that variation when you're breathing normally. Very gentle speeding up on the inhale, very gentle slowing down on the exhale. Now, don't worry if this is difficult to feel or if you don't feel it at all. It's like anything, that sensitivity, that awareness is very trainable. So it's okay if you can't feel it or if you can't feel much. But basically, what we're now observing is a phenomenon called respiratory sinus arrhythmia, which means that on every inhale, our heart speeds up. Every exhale, our heart slows down. Now, arrhythmia might sound like a bad thing, but it's absolutely not. It's a good thing. We want our heart to be responsive and to be flexible. So it doesn't beat like a metronome. It doesn't just beat steadily at the same pace all of the time. There is variation. And sometimes it speeds up, sometimes it slows down, depending on what we're doing, what's happening around us. So that variation, the measurement of that variation of time between heartbeats is called heart rate variability. So respiratory sinus arrhythmia is the phenomenon, the mechanism, and then the measurement of that is called heart rate variability. Now, heart rate variability takes into account more mechanisms than respiratory sinus arrhythmia alone, but it is one of the key components. So heart rate variability is one of the best indicators we have for the health of your nervous system, really, and the flexibility of your nervous system. So let's make this a little bit more pronounced by using our breath. So in a moment, we're going to speed up the breathing and feel what's changing, and then we're going to slow down the breathing and feel what's changing so that we explore this range. So as kind of a rule of thumb, every time we emphasize the inhale and speed up the breath, heart will speed up. Every time we emphasize the exhale and slow down the breath, the heart will slow down as well. So let's just feel into that. You can follow my lead, and we're going to emphasize the inhale, short exhales, and a faster pace. So it's not really hyperventilating, we're just kind of speeding up the breath and emphasizing that inhale. So let's do that for a few rounds. Keep your finger on your pulse and just really feel that difference in your heart rate. Here we go. Stop. Feel your heart rate. You might notice it's speed up, become a little bit more pronounced. You might even feel some other sensations in your system, maybe a bit of tingling, a bit of activation. It's very normal. Keep your awareness on the heart, on the pulse. You might even at the same time feel it in your chest. So I can feel it beating in my chest, and I can feel it here in my fingers. And then let's now do the opposite. We're now going to emphasize the exhale. Slow the breath down. So regular, gentle, relaxed inhale. And a long, slow exhale. And if you're new to this, do your exhale through pursed lips, because that helps you really slow the breath down and make it longer. So here we go. Inhale. Long, slow exhale. Do that for a few cycles and keep your awareness on your heart rate. What do you notice there? Feel your heart slow down. More space between the beats. Your full attention on the sensation of the heartbeat. Really being very alert to these tiny shifts in pace, because they are small. These are not huge differences. It's very subtle. The more we pay attention, the more sensitive we become to these shifts. Better. Let's speed it up again. Feel the difference again. Using the inhales. Feel the heart. Notice the time between the heartbeats. And let's slow it down. Feel it on your chest as well if that's easier. Again, whatever you notice right now is right. There are no marks for this. There's no competition in this. It's really about just learning to sense your own heartbeat, learning to sense the relationship between the breath and the heart, and then learning to use your breath to either speed the heart up or to slow it down. So the goal is absolutely not to always have a low heart rate. The goal is to have a responsive heart. So a heart that can speed up when it needs to, and a heart that can just as quickly come down. And so that flexibility, that is a marker of heart rate variability and is one of the most well-researched markers of nervous system health, and really also an indicator of your ability to manage stress. So um, what we want is a heart rate that can go up quickly when the situation demands it, but they can come down very quickly as well as soon as the stressful moment is over. So that is really what we're also training with the breath. And with breath work, we're training that sensitivity of the heart to the breath, and we're training our ability to use the breath to control the heart and to either activate or to slow down. So this was just an initial kind of exploration. Like I said, this is something that you train. If right now that felt difficult or you didn't notice much, this is simply about training that capacity, training that interoceptive capacity of noticing your heart rate and using your breath to control your heart rate at any given moment. So let me know in the comments. I'm very curious to hear how you experienced that, what you noticed, what stood out to you, and yeah, if you have any questions at all,